was being really stupid and irresponsible, and you know, fans reach out to you on Instagram, and sometimes you respond, and then you see them at concerts. There was an individual who I had conversed with on Instagram, and I hadn't known her age. And so I started conversing with her, and she became, I mean, for lack of better words, kind of obsessive, and when I found out that, you know, how old she was, I stopped communication and blocked her and cut it off, and that kind of sent her into a tailspin, and she started contacting my wife and threatening my wife and saying that she was gonna, you know, tell people that this had happened and all of these lies and all these things had happened that hadn't happened. A lot of these accusations coming out about a lot of people, the accusation stuck, and it went into a full-on police investigation, and you know, it was wild. They went in, they took my phones and my computers, and the whole 18-month investigation investigating the claims. Yeah, almost 2 years about investigating the claims that this person had made.
But you never met her, did you?
She came to concerts, yeah. I mean, she came to concerts, but I didn't know, you know, you meet fans and they're these 5-second hug and a kiss and an autograph. There was never any extracurricular activities, if you will, you know. It was.
Sorry to ask you, did you rape her?
No, of course not. I didn't do any of the things she said, and thankfully the forensic evidence showed it. I would still be in trouble because of my irresponsible act of, you know, not making sure I knew what I was supposed to know, you know, and we would have had the same outcome, but it would have been in the papers. It would have been like the Depp trial. It would have been, you know, everybody be watching under a microscope. My wife we just found out my wife was pregnant. We'd had the baby during this whole process, and so at home, you know, I just wanted to get home and get back to work and get all this behind me, and the fastest and smoothest way to do that was to just say, okay, I'll take responsibility for what I've done here, as long as we're able to, you know, dispute everything, all of the false accusations that have been made. But my mistake was conversing with this person not knowing how old she was, and that's what I got in trouble for, because the story had been changed throughout the entire course of this process. It had gone from, you know, oh, it was consensual, we had a relationship, to I forced her to do things, to it was non-consensual, forced, coerced, like her story kept changing, so that when her statement at trial came out, you know, the judge had to say, you know, this is something that the court has never heard before.
So what's your status now? You're under probation, right?
Yeah, I'm under probation, which is about to be lifted. And
what does that mean?
It just means that I have to check in with a probation officer and let him know that I'm still at the same residence and doing well.
Okay, and you have like 200 hours of community service or something?
Yeah, 200 hours, which I'm pretty much done with at this point. Which is, honestly, it was actually kind of a good experience. I was working at a food bank. We were packaging food and giving it a lot of people around the community, and the reports came out that I was, you know, I had to register, that California was going to put me on the sexual registry, that this and that, and none of it's remotely even true. I mean, I travel, you know, I just got back from Europe. I'm here in Mexico all the time. You know, if anything that was any of the accusations were remotely true, obviously I wouldn't be sitting here. Literally, the offense was distributing matter harmful to a juvenile. Basically, I flirted with a girl that I didn't know was underage, and that was it.
After the whole investigation, we actually found out that she was stalking me as well, and had photos of me and married messages of me as well. She was a fan who really loved Drake and created a a whole fantasy in her head.
But she called you, right?
She
wanted
wrote.
to destroy your
I
family.
mean, she wrote me on Instagram from multiple accounts.
Janet, but Drake just said that you were doubtful at some point, and you said like, really?
It's very easy to get distracted in all of that, and having, you know, hundreds of people, you know, bully you online. It gets to your head, you know. And I also, like you said, I was pregnant, so I was, you know, emotional. I was hormonal. I was sensitive. But the doubt came from so many different things, because not only is he my partner and my best friend, but we've been doing business together for 6 years. So I've been able to help with the music and watch the fan base grow. So it's like, not only was I nervous that I was gonna watch the light and passion come from my husband.
I feel like it's strengthened our marriage and our relationship, as you know. So, but it was really hard, you know, especially with her being pregnant. And I think that what we've been going through has really shown me that the most important thing in life really is being a dad and being a husband, and having this family, you know. And thank you, Ricardo, for allowing us to do this interview, and Ventaneando for allowing this and letting us clear the air. And it's been really great. Thank you.
Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias, muchísimas.